Hi, it's me, MC. Have you ever thought that I'm just not good at sticking to my goals or my wellness? Have you ever just felt a sense of throwing the towel in and just saying that you don't have what it takes to do what you need as far as what you've planned? Here we are in the third week of January, approaching the end, and where are you? Have you incorporated some of the things that you desire into your daily process of living? I want to talk about two key elements: a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset today, because those truly will lead you into a process that's going to allow you to be successful each day in what you deeply desire to do. So this is MC of Healthy by George. I come each week to share with you all the things that are helpful for us to consider so that we can be the healthiest version of who we are well into our 80s and 90s. And that's my goal, and I hope it's yours too. So, why is a growth mindset so important for our wellness process? A growth mindset has this flexibility to it that a fixed mindset doesn't. And I think this is where we are challenged with the issues around what is growth mindset and what is a fixed mindset. And I think for me, I did suffer from this fixed mindset for a long time. I'm not an athlete. I fail at physical activity. I can't stick to it. I feel like it's overwhelming. And I really have had to take a step back and really look at the language I'm saying to myself and learn from that I need to shift my thinking and how I'm talking to myself about my wellness so that I can embrace a growth mindset, which has flexibility, which offers this wonderful opportunity for you to embrace. Oh, I know exactly where I'm at, and I may not have done what I had desired to do today, yet tomorrow I can look at how I can do things simpler, or how can I attach my goal of lifting weights or moving more to an activity I already do, and take some of the things that happen in atomic habits and make this something that you can improve or introduce into how you think about your wellness goals. Taking the very smallest step is the ultimate key. What is the very smallest step that you can do? And it can be simple. Like if all you really want to do is eat more fiber, drink more water, move more, think of some of the simplest things that you can do that will help you accomplish these and just keep track of them simply. Maybe what you want to do, like I'm wanting to do more fiber in my diet. So instead of just having some scrambled eggs in the morning, I'm adding spinach. Instead of having a snack that I'm not crazy about, I'm having, celery and peanut butter or apples and peanut butter so I can have more fibers. And how can I have more protein? Instead of having, a piece of fruit or some kind of a vegetable, I'm thinking of how I can add some prosciutto to it or drink a protein drink with whatever I'm eating for a snack. It's just about making the decision that you have the ability to rethink how you are going to see yourself, how you talk about yourself. Because if we constantly think we have a fixed view of who we are, it doesn't give us the opportunity to allow ourselves to grow, expand, investigate, become curious about what really helps us in the long term to be the healthiest version of who we are. And ultimately, that's what we want to do. We want to make it something that we do daily, small steps, and that we start to learn, oh, this is moving me forward in a way that I've never experienced before. And, even if you have a setback, a growth mindset says, okay, what can I learn from that? While a fixed mindset always just wants to throw up their hands and say, see, I knew I couldn't do it. I always think of a fixed mindset sort of like a fatalistic attitude. You don't see the opportunity of what it is when you have a growth mindset. The growth mindset is about how can you be as expansive as you possibly can be. Yes, it takes really breaking it down to the super small steps. For me, movement is a challenge right now. The temperature outside is 13 degrees. I need to take my walks. It's difficult. So, what I've made a decision is that every little short walk, I'm going to come in and add a walk around the little hallway in my apartment and a few movement activities. I have a jumping rope, I have some weights, and I'm only setting the timer for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, that's it. And I have to tell you, it helps my thinking to that know that I just have to get started and do 5 minutes. And it allows me to kind of get over that bump of resistance. I think we all have resistance to change because guess what? Change feels uncomfortable. It's that discomfort that we are feeling that says, oh, I'm changing. I'm changing how I interact with myself. I'm changing how my body feels. I'm changing how I'm thinking about my food and my activities. Now, please do not go whole hog into the process. The truth is the smallest fraction of a change is so powerful. If all you're saying to yourself is, I know I'm going to find a way to be more moving or find a way to be someone who moves more in the day. I know that I'm going to find a way to have more whole foods in my diet. Or maybe we have a statement where we say, okay, today was extraordinarily difficult and I wasn't able to accomplish, but tomorrow I'm going to start out with something small, 1 or 2 minutes of stretching in the morning that I didn't do the day before. And give yourself a reward. I know I do something very silly. I give myself stickers. I put a sticker in my calendar for every day that I start my morning with stretching. And frankly, when you look back and you see, oh, good, I did 5 days in a row. And yes, I missed 1 or 2, but to look back and see how many you did do versus how many you didn't do, you can feel a sense of accomplishment. Now, of course, if you see that it's a mixed, you did just as many as you didn't do, then you can kind of look at your schedule and say, so what was the barrier? How can I learn? And that's really what the truth is about a growth mindset. It's about learning more about how to work with ourselves so that we can get ourselves in that place of expansion, in that place of possibility, in that place of really, truly doing something that's going to give such deep value to our lives, especially as we get older. How can we make that last several years of our life really be enjoyable in movement and capable of doing anything that we were doing prior to those last few years of our life, no matter what the struggle is? We're all going to face some health barrier or health challenge. It's unavoidable, no matter what. Either we start feeling a little weaker or frailer, or we fall and we break something, or we have a diagnosis that shows up. All of that's possible to happen. But if we embrace a growth mindset, it gives us a foundation for how to deal with whatever comes our way, whether it's health, wellness, in your emotional or spiritual concepts. All of these things, when you have a growth mindset, it really truly plays a role in helping us be the best version of ourselves. So be well, my friends. We have this one precious life. Let's live it to the fullest and embrace that growth mindset so that you can be the most amazing version of yourself well into your 80s and 90s. So please think about subscribing. I would love to see you here each week and hear how you're doing things to incorporate a growth mindset into your schedule and your life. So be well, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Welcome to Healthy by George. I want you to know that this is for informational purposes only, and it should not be considered as medical advice, nor does it have anything related to my employer. So it's always best for you to check with your own medical provider before you do anything that I recommend or for any medical treatments. So please join me, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode.